What's up everybody, once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time 3D. In the last episode, we beat Twinrove in the Spirit Temple and got ourselves a Mirror Shield. In this episode, we're gonna go back to Gerudo Fortress and take on the Gerudo Training Grounds, so I'll meet you guys over there. Alright, so here we are back at the Fortress. The Training Grounds are right over here, but as you can see, we can't get inside yet, so let's talk to this lady. And, well, we're gonna have to pay her 10 rupees to get inside, which isn't a bad deal, considering the item that we're gonna get from this. The training grounds themselves are fairly simple. I guess you could call it the worst mini-temple of the game, although calling it a mini-temple might be giving it too much credit. It's more or less just a bunch of rooms. Now, as soon as you get inside, you got 3 paths to choose from. Directly in front of you, off to your left, and then off to your right. Now, the room directly in front of you contains a bunch of locked doors, so we need to go get keys first. We can either go to the right to get the keys, or to the left. And I'm going to go to the left because it actually circles back all the way to the right anyways, so it's going to be a little bit faster. But if we can overcome the trials in the chambers ahead, then and only then will you be qualified to hold our secret treasure. Alright, so let's start the trials. Now, the trials themselves are fairly simple. For instance, this one, defeat all the enemies in a limited amount of time. Most of the trials either involve you solving a puzzle of some sort, collecting silver rupees, or like this one right here, we have to just defeat a certain amount of enemies in a certain amount of time. They're not really anything too difficult. They're more or less just tedious and annoying, but the item that we get from this is pretty dang cool, so it's going to be worth it, trust me. Anyways, in this small chest, we have our first small key. Now, there are 2 main ways that you can go about getting the item from this area. So there's the 7 key path and the 9 key path. I'll be getting all 9 keys, but I'll be using the 7 key path just because it's a little bit faster and easier. And that's the path that most people do anyways. In this room, all you gotta do is just collect all the 5 silver rupees before the time that runs out, which is kind of easy to do if you know where they are. The only thing you really need to watch out for are the boulders that I'm getting hit by left and right. And whenever you go into one of these like little side ducts right here, there's actually a wall master that they don't tell you about, so make sure you just don't stand there for too long, and then they won't be able to grab you. When you're in like the main hallways, they don't actually like grab you there, so you're really just fine. But I think this is the last rupee already. There you go, the door unlocks. We don't get a small key in this room, unfortunately, but doesn't really matter. So all we gotta do now is just Spider-Man our way over to the door and go to the next room. There's a lot of rooms like this too where you might not get anything from it, but they lead you to other rooms. But without the necessary items, one will be confounded by impossible mysteries. So there's a few wolfos in this room. Let's just take these guys out real quick. But you'll notice there's a giant silver block in the background, which is obviously why we need our silver gauntlets. So you could do this area, like I said, without getting the silver gauntlets, because you only need 7 of the 9 keys to actually get the item, and you can easily get 7 of them without the silver gauntlets. But since I wanted to get all 9 keys, I had to wait until after the Spirit Temple. Now, in this chest that's going to appear, I believe is just an arrow restock, so nothing too important, nothing that I need, not like a small key or anything. Over here it says, one with the silver hands shall move a giant block. We'll do that in a minute, because if we put our Lens of Truth right above this fake door, there's a hole with a hookshot target, and more importantly, there's a switch up here that we can step on and unlock a door in this room. Now, we haven't seen that door just yet, but if we go and move this giant block, who knows, we might just find a door that we haven't seen yet. Okay, yeah, we find the door that we haven't seen yet. I didn't really want to spoil it for you guys, but what else was it going to be, really? And through this door is everyone's favorite enemies, the likes. So you know what? I'm just going to use my arrows in this room and take these guys out. The fire arrows would take them out in 1 hit, but I don't feel like switching over or wasting magic. And could you stop lunging at me so I could kill you, please? Thank you very much. Now that chest in the back of the room on that little red carpet right there, that's actually a fake chest. If you open that one up, I believe it's an ice trap. So what you want to do is equip your Lens of Truth, and you'll notice there's a hidden chest over here, and this one actually contains your small key. The other 2 chests contain like general restock items like bombs or arrows or something like that, so we don't really need those. Instead, we're gonna go back into this room and go back into that hole, because you probably saw it when we were first up there, but there's a door, and this door leads to what I would consider the halfway point of the training ground. Now, Navi's going green over here because if we take out our ocarina and play the Scarecrow song, we can call Pierre, And this is going to create a shortcut for us to get back up here, because you'll notice that door is locked, and we're going to go unlock it. So once we jump down here, we have to blind the eyes of the statue. So this is a fairly easy puzzle. Just shoot the eyeballs of this stone statue with your arrows, and because I'm impatient, I'm going to run around, make this go a little bit faster on myself. Although it would help if I could actually, hit the eyeballs all the time and not miss. Come on, seriously? There we go. So that unlocks the door and causes a chest to appear. And this chest will actually contain another small key, so let's just grab this real quick. Alright, so now that we got that, we're going to go up to where Pierre is and enter that door that unlocked. And get ourselves another small key. And this one's like the easiest one to collect. They literally just stick it in a chest right in front of you. I love it. Alright, so you'll notice right behind us, there's another chest, and that one can hit the small key as well, but there's no way to get over there. But if you stick on your lens of truth, you'll notice that there's actually like a fake floor, and directly below us is the item that we get from this area in that big chest. So just keep that in mind for later. We'll come back for that small key. For now, since we're done in this room, we're going to jump down, and now we're going to switch over to the right side of the training grounds, technically. And that's the main reason why I chose the left side first, because it's much easier to go from the left down through the middle room to the right than it is to go from the right up through the middle room to the left. Anyways, we gotta find the secret hidden in this room, but there's something that I want to show off. If you bang the floor with your Megaton hammer, you can actually flip over the torch slugs instantly and put out their flames, making them completely useless enemies. Now, we do have to kill all the enemies in this room to actually unlock the doors, but where did that last keys go? I don't know. Anyways, under this statue, though, there's a hidden switch, which will actually put out the fire in the middle of this room, allowing us access to that chest. Oh, there's the keys up there. I'll get to you eventually, my friend. Don't you worry, you will not get out of this room alive. Because I need to leave and go to the next room and finish up the training ground. That chest probably contains restock items. I know it's nothing important, so I'm not going to bother opening it. It's probably like bombs or something like that. Anyways, cross the sea of fire and collect the 5 silver rupees. First one's right in front of us, so that's easy. And I'm like 90% sure we can make this jump to this rupee. Yeah, there we go. Now, we are going to need the hover boots for the rest of this area, which isn't that big of a deal. It's pretty easy, honestly. Right here, we're going to pause and play the Song of Time, though, because 2 time blocks will appear directly in front of us. Now, these time blocks will allow us access to another pathway up there, and that pathway is actually the 9-key pathway, so I'm not going to go through there just because it's a waste of time, but there's a small key right before that area, so of course I'm going to collect that. That actually might be the easiest small key of this area. Like I said, I won't be going down the 9-key path. I'll be going down the 7-key path, but I will be collecting all the 9 keys, so you will be able to go down that path if you want to. The 7-key path, though, is just so much easier for me, so that's what I'm going to do. Not to mention, most people use that path anyways, so I figured it's probably for the better. Link, there you go. Oh, man. Hover boots, man. No traction. Gotta hate that. Alright, so there's the last small key. Now we're going to make our way over to that door that just opened up. And fun fact, I believe we only have 2 more rooms until we're done with this area. I mean, I've been trying to go through here as fast as I possibly can, because it is kind of annoying, but we have to collect the underwater gems in this room. So let's go and equip our iron boots and then play the ocarina to remove these time blocks so we can actually get underwater. And now we are free again to go and collect the 5 silver rupees. Man, they have used that mechanic so much, and I probably should have put on my blue tunic, but you know what? I'm lazy, plus you guys yell at me every single time that I change tunics for too long. So I'm leaving on the green one whether you guys like it or not. Alright, let me just, you know what, kill these stinking clams down here because they're honestly getting in my way. The easiest way to collect all these rupees is by using the hookshot targets. Since you're underwater, you really don't have a lot of control. Plus, there's a slight current in here, so you can't just like float around and collect them that way. You kinda gotta make use of these hookshot targets. And could you please die? Thank you. Goodness gracious, clams. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna kill all these clams, and then I'll collect the rupees. I got more than enough time anyways, so I'm fine with that. Just die, and now I am free to collect my stinking rupees. Now this one, as soon as you get off like the height of that, just take off your iron boots, and then float around in a circle, and you should be able to get it like on your first go around. So there you go, getting all the 5 rupees causes that chest to appear. Let's leave this area before we drown and open up that chest. Of course, this chest will contain another small key for us. Ta-da! There we go. So now that we have 7, we could technically go and finish up this area, but you know what? We've still got 2 more keys to collect, so let's go and do it. You know what? I don't even need my hover boots. I probably could just hookshot right over to this torch. And that just saved me a little bit of time, so go me for figuring that out. And in this room, we have to defeat all the enemies in a limited amount of time. And hey, we got some new enemies. So these are like armored Lizalfos. I believe their name is Dynalfos. We only see them in this area and in the last area of the game, so you don't get to fight them too much, but they are kind of cool enemies. They're still really easy to kill, just like the Zalfos. Now we just gotta take out this Beamo, so let's chuck a bomb at its face. And once he's gone, we get a small chest that contains none other than another small key. So now that we got that, we can leave this room and check it out. We're actually gonna end up right back where we started from. So the only other area that we could go through then is directly through the middle. And right as you get in here, the treasure is right in front of you, just taunting you. And yes, game, I know about the keys. We already collected them. Anyways, we're gonna go through the left door. And remember when we saw that other chest behind that sort of grated wall, and we were right above the treasure of this room? Well, if we look up over here, put on a lens of truth, you'll notice that, hey, there's a fake floor that we can crawl up through, and check it out. There's that small chest that we opened before, and here's the one that we couldn't get to, and this will give us the 9th small key, had we not have used one to actually open the door to get this one. Now that we've collected all the small keys, though, all we gotta do is just open up all these doors, get to the center, and get ourselves that treasure. Because who doesn't like opening doors, you know? Have you ever been in a dungeon and you're just sitting there thinking to yourself, you know what this dungeon needs? More doors and more small keys. Well, this is the area for you then, my friend. Consists mainly of doors and small keys. But anyways, once you make your way to the center, you get this nice big chest, and we're gonna get a really, really cool item. And it's a shame that we didn't get it earlier in the game, but we get the ice arrows. Any targeted strikes will freeze. So these are actually really powerful arrows. It'll kill most of the weaker enemies in one hit, just like the fire arrows would. But the stronger enemies, it'll freeze and allow you to like run up and slash at them with your sword. They also use magic just like the fire arrows do, so there is a little bit of, you know, offset balance there, but they're pretty overpowered if you ask me. Anyways, though, to get out of this area, we just have to pretty much go back through all of these doors. We can't, like, use our ocarina to warp out here, because actually, I want to go to the Temple of Time right now and see whoever it is that is waiting for us, just like we were told in the last episode, but we got to go the long way out. And oh, actually, you know what? One more thing before we leave. If you shoot this ice switch up here with your arrows, a few chests appear, but they don't really contain anything we need right now, so we're going to leave. And once we get out here, I'm just going to take out my ocarina and play the Prelude of Light and warp directly to the Temple of Time. I've been waiting for you, Link. Link, the hero of time. You have overcome many hardships and awakened 6 sages. And now you have a final challenge, a showdown with Ganondorf, the King of Evil. Before that, I have things I want to tell only to you. Please listen. Another unknown legend of the Triforce passed down by the Shadow Folk, the Sheikah. If you would seek the sacred triangles, listen well. The resting place of the sacred triangles, the sacred realm, is a mirror that reflects what is in the heart of the one who enters it. If an evil heart, the realm will become full of evil. If pure, the realm will become a paradise. The Triforce, the sacred triangle. It is a balance that weighs the three forces: power, wisdom, and courage. If the heart of the one who holds the sacred triangle has all three forces in balance, that one will gain the true force to govern all. But if that one's heart is not in balance, the Triforce will separate into three parts: power, wisdom, and courage. Only one part will remain to the one who touched the Triforce, the part representing the force that the one most believes in. If that one seeks the true force, that one must acquire the two lost parts. Those two parts will be held within others chosen by destiny, who will bear the Triforce mark on the backs of their hands. "7 years ago, Ganondorf, the King of Thieves, used the door you opened in the Temple of Time and entered the Sacred Realm. But when he laid his hands on the Triforce, the legend came true. The Triforce separated into three parts. Only the Triforce of Power remained in Ganondorf's hand. The strength of the Triforce of Power enabled him to become a mighty, evil king, but his dark ambitions were not satisfied. To gain complete mastery of the world, Ganondorf started looking for those chosen by destiny to hold the other two Triforce parts. The one who holds the Triforce of Courage is you, Link. And the other, who holds the Triforce of Wisdom, is the Seventh Sage, who is destined to be the leader of them all.
It is I, the Princess of Hyrule, Zelda. I apologize for meeting you in disguise, but it was necessary to hide from the King of Evil. Please forgive me. On that day, 7 years ago, Ganondorf attacked Hyrule Castle. I saw you as I was escaping from the castle with my attendant, Impa. I thought that I should entrust the ocarina to you. I thought that would be our best chance. As long as you had the ocarina in your possession, I thought that Ganondorf could never enter the Sacred Realm. But something I could never expect happened. After you opened the Door of Time, the Master Sword sealed you away in the Sacred Realm. Your spirit remained in the Sacred Realm, and then the Triforce fell into Ganondorf's hand. He went on to invade the Sacred Realm. Ganondorf had become the Evil King, and the Sacred Realm become a world of evil. All of this is an unfortunate coincidence. I passed myself off as a Sheikah and hoped that you would return. I waited for 7 years. And now you're back. The Dark Age ruled by Ganondorf the Evil King will end. The 6 sages will open the sealed door and lure Ganondorf back into the Sacred Realm. I will then seal the door to the Sacred Realm from this world. Thus, Ganondorf the Evil King will vanish from Hyrule. Link, in order to do this, I need your courage again. Please protect me while I do my part. And here's a weapon that can penetrate the Evil King's defenses, the power given to the Chosen Ones. The Sacred Light Arrow.
Girl, you had this the whole time and you didn't give it to me? But with that, we got the light arrow. The light of justice will smite evil. But seriously, how many times did we meet Princess Zelda and she just couldn't give this to us? Like, come on, man. Seriously? It's ridiculous. This would have been so useful to us.
That rumbling! It can't be!
Princess Zelda, you foolish traitor. I commend you for avoiding my pursuit for 7 long years. But you let your guard down. I knew you would appear if I let that kid wander around. My only mistake was to slightly underestimate the power of this kid. No, it was not the kid's power I misjudged. It was the power of the Triforce of Courage. But with the Triforce of Wisdom that Zelda has, when I obtain these two, then I will become the true ruler of the world. If you want to rescue Zelda, come to my castle. Oh, it's on, Ganondorf, but we'll do that in the next episode. So once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.